What's up, guys, and welcome back to my reading journey. Hope we're all doing absolutely fantastic, and today, as usual, we're going to continue the book by Cicero on the ideal orator. It's going to be the 103rd part of the second book, so let's get started. Indeed, clarity is as necessary in the narration as it is in the other places. Nevertheless, we should expend more effort on it here, for it is more difficult to avoid being obscure when giving your narrative account than it is either in the prologue or when giving the arguments or at the end of the speech. Moreover, obscurity in this part of the speech is riskier than in the others. Because when a somewhat obscure statement is made elsewhere, only this statement itself is lost, but the narration that is obscure blots out the entire speech. Also, other things that have been stated too obscurely at one point can be stated more clearly at another, but there is only one point in the case for the narration. Well then, a narration will be lucid if ordinary vocabulary is used, if the chronological order of events is preserved, and if there are no breaks in the continuity of the story. But the question of when a narration should be employed and when and should not is a matter of judgment. If the case is known and there is no doubt about what happened, there is no need for a narration. And the same is true if our opponent has given one, unless we intend to refute his account. In cases in which a narration turns out to be necessary, we should refrain from vigorously pressing those points that are going to lead to suspicions and reproaches that are going to be against us, and we should eliminate whatever we think might do so. Thus, we can avoid what Crassus ascribes when it happens, the treachery instead of stupidity, that we should harm our own case. For it makes a difference to the case as a whole whether the matter has been set out carefully or not, since the narration is the source for all the rest of this speech. Alright, guys, so we're done with another part, and absolutely gonna continue tomorrow the next one. Thank you for joining these reading sessions. See you tomorrow. Bye.